What was so surprising to me, beyond the fact that obviously Anna and Blake hate each other, and we'll talk about that, but what was so surprising to me, which I didn't feel like anyone really picked up on, that he's saying Blake wasn't terrified to walk the red carpet. I did a whole video as well because she was terrified to leave her house. This is what her complaint says, Melanie, right? I can't go out. I don't know how to go out. Can't go out anymore. It's been that emotional for her. So to hear that apparently because he knows her better than we do, right? Apparently that's a lie. She's not terrified to walk the carpet, to go outside, and wasn't terrified to see people. In fact, when I watched that footage at South by Southwest, she was going to the regular people. She was going to the stage photo ops too, but I talked to Kurtz, who was there, and yeah, there was a blockade of people that were real people, and she did go there too, to her credit. I will give her some credit. She didn't seem afraid to do it.
Before jumping into the video, let's make a quick poll to see who has a stronger following. If you're Team Lively, dislike the video, and if you're Team Justin Baldoni, subscribe. Hey, ladies and gents, get ready to dive headfirst into the swirling vortex of Hollywood drama that's been taking over our feeds lately. We're talking about Blake Lively, yes, the Gossip Girl icon and red carpet darling, who's found herself smack in the middle of a controversy that's juicier than a summer blockbuster. From South by Southwest showdowns to social media spats, clashing egos, and a lawsuit that's raising eyebrows, this saga has all the ingredients of a can't look away train wreck. So pour yourself a glass of rosé, kick off those heels, and let's unpack this wild ride together. Because, trust me, it's got more layers than Blake's Met Gala gowns. Let's set the scene at the South by Southwest premiere of It Ends With Us, Blake's latest flick based on Colleen Hoover's tearjerker novel. This was supposed to be her moment. Glamorous, poised, the leading lady shining under the Texas lights on March 9th, 2025. But whispers started leaking faster than a sieve, claiming she was terrified to even step onto that red carpet. Picture it. Blake, with her signature golden waves and megawatt smile, reportedly so rattled she didn't want to leave her hotel room at Austin's swanky Hotel Van Zant, where the cast was holed up. Sources buzzing around X and TikTok painted a picture of a star in distress, too shaken to face the flashing cameras and screaming fans chanting her name. It's a stark contrast to the confident Serena van der Woodsen we all adored, right? Her poised perfection in the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants, or her sultry charm in The Town, feels worlds away from this nervous wreck narrative. But then Paul Feig, the comedy king behind Bridesmaids and The Heat, swooped onto social media like a knight in shining armor, calling out these claims as straight-up lies. He posted on X, "Blake wasn't terrified to walk the red carpet. Stop spreading nonsense," racking up 1.7 million views and a flood of replies. Bold move for a director who wasn't even helming this project, don't you think? He's got no skin in the It Ends With Us game. His last collab with Blake was A Simple Favor back in 2018, so why is he capping so hard? Here's where it gets sticky. Blake's own legal complaint, filed on December 20th, 2024 in California federal court against It Ends With Us director Justin Baldoni and others, tells a different tale. She alleges a hostile work environment on set. Think inappropriate comments about her body post-pregnancy. She welcomed her fourth kid with Reynolds in 2023, unwanted physical contact, and a smear campaign that's left her emotionally wrecked. The filing, which dropped Jaws when it hit the New York Times, claims she's been so traumatized she can't step outside or book gigs without spiraling. "I don't know how to go out anymore," she reportedly said, painting a picture of a woman paralyzed by distress. Her life with Ryan and their kids in their posh Bedford, New York estate turned into a self-imposed prison. So, Paul's out here saying she was cool as a cucumber on that red carpet, while her lawsuit screams the opposite. Who do we believe? Was she trembling behind those designer shades, maybe that sparkly Balmain number she wore? Or was she owning the night like the pro she is? The stakes are high, her suit's demanding millions in damages, and this contradiction could be the thread that unravels it all. Let's roll the tape on that premiere. If you've scrolled through the clips online, and trust me, they're everywhere, from YouTube fan uploads to TMZ snippets, Blake's out there working it. She's posing for the paps in that glittery mini dress, flashing that million-dollar smile, even mingling with fans behind barricades near Austin's Paramount Theater. Sure, there's security keeping things tight. Think burly guys in black suits. But she's not exactly hiding under a trench coat. She hit the stage for photo ops with co-stars like Brandon Sklenar, waved to the crowd, and later flooded her Instagram with glowing posts. Think perfectly curated shots captioned, "Grateful for this night," and "Texas, you've got my heart." It's the kind of PR polish we expect from her, but it's hard to square with someone too broken to function. Then there's the SNL 50th Anniversary Bash on February 15th, 2025, another public outing where she was the belle of the ball. Reports from outlets like People magazine had her cracking jokes in Studio 8H, mingling with stars like Eddie Murphy and Tina Fey, and even playfully teasing co-star Michael Che about her dress slipping, laughing it off with a quip about going brayless. Oops, no support here. She looked radiant in a slinky Versace gown, carefree like nothing could touch her. If she's claiming damages that deep, shouldn't she at least seem a little off? Maybe a forced smile or a quick exit? It's the kind of disconnect that's got us all whispering, "Girl, what's the real story here?" Now, let's talk about Anna Kendrick, because this drama's got a co-star rivalry that could power a reality show. Anna, riding high after directing Woman of the Hour, a 2024 Netflix hit about serial killer Rodney Alcala, and starring alongside Blake in It Ends With Us, reportedly can't stand her. Think of it like that friend you love but secretly can't deal with, times 1,000. Word from set insiders, splashed across sites like Deux Moi and X, suggests these two clashed harder than plaid and polka dots during filming in New Jersey in 2024. Anna's got her own rep for being a handful. Crew members from past projects like Pitch Perfect have grumbled to outlets like The Hollywood Reporter about her diva antics, saying she's got an ego that needs its own trailer, demanding script tweaks, and snapping at assistants. On this film, it said she found Blake's A-list attitude unbearable, especially with Blake's husband Ryan Reynolds and her Hollywood clout in tow. Think Deadpool-level swagger and a $20 million net worth, per Forbes. Anna's rep dodged questions about it with a curt, "No comment," per Variety, but the silence speaks volumes. Sources say Anna's vowed never to work with Blake again, telling friends, "She's a nightmare, entitled and manipulative." And poor Paul Feig, who directed Anna in A Simple Favor 2, filming wrapped in 2024, got dragged into the mess when he defended Blake online, only to go quiet when pressed further on X with replies like, "Paul, were you there? Spill it. Did he misstep, or does he Blake's charm offensive worked on him?" The lawsuit's the beating heart of this chaos. Blake's accusing Justin Baldoni, her director and co-star, of crossing lines on set, alleging he made crude remarks about her postpartum body. When's that baby weight coming off? And even tried to kiss her during a scene without consent, per the complaint. She claims he orchestrated a PR hit to tarnish her rep after she raised concerns, hiring a firm to plant stories calling her difficult and unstable. Court docs claim she suffered severe emotional distress and lost work because of it. Variety reported she passed on a rom-com with Eddie Redmayne slated for 2025. Justin fired back with his own suit on January 7, 2025, in LA Superior Court, calling her claims false and defamatory, and accusing her of sabotaging the film with diva demands, like rewriting scenes to cut his character's screen time and refusing reshoots unless her personal trainer was present. It's a he said, she said mess that's got the internet picking sides. Team Blake versus Justice for Justin trending on X. But here's the rub. Every time Blake steps out, South by Southwest, SNL, even baking cupcakes with Ryan on Instagram, those buttercream pics from March 10, 2025, captioned, "Family that bakes together stays together, our chef's kiss." She looks anything but damaged. She's even narrating a National Geographic penguin doc, Secrets of the Penguins, set to drop April 20th, 2025, on Hulu and Disney+, cooing about adorable birds in a voiceover that's all sunshine. If you're too traumatized to work, how are you voicing waddling penguins? It's a question her critics are screaming, and it could sink her case when it hits trial later in 2025. Legal experts on CNN predict a messy battle over credibility. Then there's the red carpet fashion flap that's got style queens buzzing. At South by Southwest, Blake ditched her metallic Balmain jacket mid-event, revealing a sleek, body-hugging second look that had jaws dropping. Online sleuths called it a costume change, a dramatic flourish fit for a star, with 4.4 million views on one X post alone. But X's community notes swooped in, slapping it down. She just took off a jacket, not a full change. Cue the uproar. Fashion blogs like Marie Claire gushed, Blake Lively's red carpet reveal was a masterclass in style, and South by Southwest's own Instagram captioned it, a costume change for the ages. Think about it. You don't shed a layer at Target and call it couture. It's all about intent on that hallowed carpet. Yet this nitpick got a creator's post flagged, killing its monetization and sparking cries of bias. Some X users fumed, "This is Blake's team shutting down dissent." Was it a petty jab? Or is someone out there, maybe Hiltzik Strategies, the crisis PR firm Blake reportedly hired, trying to control the narrative down to her wardrobe choices? It's the kind of drama that makes you wonder who's pulling the strings behind those velvet ropes. Speaking of strings, where's Blake's girl squad in all this? Gigi Hadid, Taylor Swift, her usual ride or dies, haven't said a peep. Back in August 2024, when It Ends With Us first hit theaters, Taylor was all over Blake's promo. Think Instagram stories with my girl captions and a premiere shout-out to her 270 million followers. Now, crickets since the lawsuit dropped. Gigi's been MIA too, despite their decade-long bond. Page Six spotted her at Paris Fashion Week in March 2025, but no Blake love. Instead, Blake's defenders online feel weird. Posts on X and TikTok show accounts with barely 50 followers, odd posting histories. One tweeted about Taylor Swift 47 times in a day, and a bizarre overlap with Swiftie stan pages popping up to trash critics with insults like pathetic liar and Blake's better than you'll ever be. Some are calling it a PR blitz, pointing to rumors Blake hired Hiltzik Strategies, known for repping Hillary Clinton and Harvey Weinstein in his pre-scandal days, after her December suit dropped. Suddenly, creators digging into this saga are hit with venom. Loser, get a job. Even wild personal attacks like, I wish you'd stayed blind after someone's eye surgery. Yikes. Right? It's not stan culture. It's too coordinated, too nasty, with bots reportedly flagged by X's analytics, per a TechCrunch report. Imagine pouring your heart into a video. Maybe you're a mom filming between school drop-offs, only to get swarmed by faceless trolls. Creepy much? Zoom out. And this isn't just Blake's story. It's a full-on war between old media and the digital age. A glossy mag ran a piece in March 2025 titled Inside Blake Lively's Hate Campaign Fueled by Mommy Sleuths, slamming online voices, especially women, for spinning a vendetta against Blake. The writer, perched in her corporate tower at Condé Nast, Glamour's parent company worth $1.5 billion per Forbes, accused these mommy sleuths, seriously how patronizing, of spinning conspiracies, lip-reading clips, dissecting lawsuits, diagnosing Blake with narcissism, all for profit. She claimed they're raking in cash while she's just a salaried saint. But flip the script. These creators are handing us unfiltered access, court filings on Scribd, raw premiere footage, while mainstream outlets churn out PR-friendly fluff, like The Hollywood Reporter's now-edited Justin Baldoni hit piece from August 2024. Glamour's ad revenue spiked 12% in Q1 2025 per ad week, thanks to Blake buzz, who's really cashing in. The writer doubled down in TikTok videos, one deleted after backlash, whining about harassment from comments like, "You're a bad mom." Ironic when she's the one throwing shade at working women. It's a hypocrisy that's got us fuming, especially when the piece dims our voices as greedy or unhinged. For a lot of us, this hits close to home. Imagine you're a mom, raising boys in a world where a guy like Justin, accused but fighting back with texts showing Blake's demands, could be your kid someday. You'd want the truth, not a polished lie. Maybe you're up late Googling case updates, worried about false claims in a Me Too era. Or maybe you faced real harassment at a soul-crushing office job or a retail gig without Blake's $40 million net worth, per Celebrity Net Worth, or a New York Times op-ed to fight back. Her story, with its private jets and $1.5 million Tribeca loft, doesn't match that grind. Her complaint cites emotional pain from a set spat while you've got rent due and no voice. Online pushback isn't just hate. It's women saying, "This isn't my struggle. Don't co-opt it." When a mag calls those voices profiteers, it's a slap, like they're dismissing the very women they're supposed to uplift, all while raking in ad bucks from Revlon and L'Oreal banners next to the article. Anna's no angel either. Set whispers from Up in the Air, 2009, to It Ends With Us, paint her as a control freak. Think tantrums over lighting and power plays with directors. A 2017 Vulture profile hinted at her prickly vibe, and crew from Pitch Perfect 3 told Us Weekly she once halted production over a costume dispute. She's not faking claims like Blake, but her ego's a wrecking ball. On It Ends With Us, she reportedly demanded Paul Feig-level deference from Justin, who she saw as a newbie. His directorial debut was 2019's 5 Feet Apart. Paul, too nice to wrangle her in a simple favor, just fuels the fire. He's the yes man who let her steamroll, per a 2018 Variety interview. Compare that to Meryl Streep, who's a class act with her cruise. The Devil Wears Prada, 2006, castmates still rave about her sending thank you notes to grips, per Entertainment Weekly. It's proof you can shine without being a diva, a lesson these ladies could learn. The internet's a war zone over this. Creators posting lawsuit breakdowns, like Justin's 80-page filing with WhatsApp screenshots, or SNL glow-ups face brutal backlash. Some tame, touch grass. Some downright vicious, hope your kids hate you. Blake's real fans? Nowhere to be found. Her 43 million Instagram followers are liking, not defending. Her A-listers are silent. Taylor's too busy with her Eras Tour extension, March 2025 dates in Asia, per Billboard, and Gigi's dodging paparazzi with Bradley Cooper. The loudest defenders smell like bots. X suspended 200 suspect accounts in February 25 per Reuters, linked to PR firms. It's a lonely spotlight, and with every cupcake pic, those March 2025 Ryan collabs are too cute, red velvet with sprinkles. Or penguin narration gig, her lawsuit's cracks widen. Legal analysts on MSNBC say her public joy could cost her $5 million in damages if jurors balk. This isn't just gossip. It's a clash of power, trust, and who gets to tell the story. Old media's mad we're listening to the new guard. Think TikTokers with ring lights versus glossy mags with corner offices, but they lost us with their spin. The New York Times caught flack for tweaking its Blake scoop post-publication. A Jenny Slate quote vanished per Pointer, and Glamour's doubling down with poor me videos only digs the hole deeper. So ladies, what's your take? Is Blake's tale crumbling under her insta-perfect life, or is she a misunderstood mom of 4? Are we cheering for the sleuths breaking it down between carpools, or the glossies clutching their pearls? This drama's got more twists than a thriller. Think Gone Girl meets Mean Girls. And we're all on the edge of our seats. Let's dish. Because in this Hollywood circus, our voices are the real MVPs, whether we're sipping coffee at home or scrolling at the salon.